My dear student friends, today we will be trying to exchange information on predators and pollinators. Ask any group of people aside from entomologists what in the nature frightens or repulses them, and the chances are very often they will say bugs. In common language, the category bugs includes all kinds of insects which are members of the insect order Aeroptera, which contains more than 40,000 species, as well as arachnids, that is spiders and daddy long leg flies. Of course, many insects, notably butterflies and honeybees, enjoy a favorable reputation as pollinators, and all insects have a part to play in their various ecosystems. Still, in the popular conception, most of these relatively small creatures, whether 6 or 8-legged, crawling or flying, remain undifferentiated from pests and parasites. But as many ecologically conscious people know, some creatures that are stuff of phobias are actually allies of the man in disguise, since they control the crop pests. There are a number of ways in which members of phylum Arthropoda, which includes insects and arachnids among them, benefit humans. Among them, their abilities to pollinate crops and to control proliferation of pests or insects which are pests that eat crops and infect homes. Without the honeybee, for example, a species which is crucial to the pollination process, most of agriculture as we know would be facing potential disaster. A predator insect may eat hundreds of pests, including larvae, in a single day. As part of an integrated pest management program, these predators can help improve the need for dangerous and harmful chemical pesticides. The science of entomology has developed into a new branch called as biological control, wherein we use living agents to control insect pests. The biocontrol agents used include parasitoids, predators, viruses, fungi, nematodes and bacteria, to name a few. Insect predators are defined as insects that catch and devour smaller or more helpless creatures, which are called as the prey, for a single meal. Prey is smaller, weaker and less intelligent than the predator. Hosts are stronger, larger and more active than the parasitoids. Characteristic features of predatory insects: they are larger than their prey, they have got a broad host range, they are generalists or specialists, they eat many prey during their life cycle, predaceous in either immature stage, adult stage or both the stages, they are fast moving, they have good searching ability. Mechanisms for catching the prey include raptorial legs, paralytic saliva, webs, mouth parts. They have spectacular success in catching the prey. Some of the desirable attributes of a predator: it should have a high host searching ability, they should have high reproductive rate, they should have high host specificity, they should have high adaptability to a wide range of climates, amenability for mass culturing or mass production in the laboratory conditions. Insect orders in which predators are included: order Columbola, Dictyoptera, Orthoptera, Odonata, Dermaptera, Hemiptera, Diptera, Thysanoptera, Hymenoptera, Neuroptera, Mecoptera, Coleoptera, Thysanura, Trichoptera and Lepidoptera. But only Coleoptera, Diptera are having greater potential for biocontrol of crop pests. Coming to order Thysanura, they are mostly omnivorous. They feed on freshly killed insects and on plant parts. Thysanuran species are mostly scavengers rather than predators. Often they injure freshly dead or freshly injured insects and other arthropods. There are a few species which are predatory. Order Orthoptera, the members of this order are very diverse in their food habits. Many are phytophagous as crop pests. Occasionally they are carnivorous, which may harm the crops sometimes. Members of family Tettigonidae, Acrididae, Grillacrididae and Grillidae are herbivorous, but a few species prey upon other insect pests. Example, Conocephalus saltator will feed on aphids, leafhoppers and mealybugs. Ediosilla robusta is another grasshopper which feeds on other grasshopper species in captivity or on the white grubs. Eocanthus is a grasshopper which feeds on aphids, scales and other insects. Aceta assimilis is a grasshopper which feeds on the eggs of praying mantis, that is Mantis religiosa. The third order which includes predators under insects are order Dictyoptera, which includes praying mantis or praying mantids. They are possibly the best known predatory groups. There are many species of praying mantids or mantids around the world, and they are perfect ambush hunters. They are armed with long modified forelegs. They are armed with sharp hooks to capture the prey. The forelegs are usually called raptorial legs. These insects usually stand still. They are camouflaged until a smaller insect or animal gets closer. Then they capture with a lightning or fast movement and start feeding whether the victim is alive or dead. They are extremely voracious and any kind of prey is good to them. They have been known to capture and devour spiders, including the deadly black widow spider. Lizards, small snakes and even birds form their prey. The examples for mantids which are predaceous are Tenedera aridifolis, Stagme mantis limbata, Light Nutria minor and Mantis religiosa. This order Odonata, which includes dragonfly and damselflies. The dragonfly is the ultimate aerial killer of the insect world. Its design is so perfect that it has remained almost unchanged for the last 300 million years. It is among the fastest flying insects, reaching 90 km/h speed, which is even more amazing if we consider its small size and apparent fragility. It can dive bomb, hover like an helicopter and even fly backwards, and its enormous eyes which cover almost all its head give a near 360-degree vision so that no insect can escape its attention. Adult dragonflies feed on any flying insect and also on spider when they capture them from their webs. Although they usually hunt and devour prey at high speed in the air, they can also snatch spiders and insects from the exposed surfaces. Dragonfly larvae are also formidable predators. They are aquatic and use their protractile, sharp mouthparts to stab other smaller animals to death. Their food includes small fish, frogs and other dragonfly larvae. These species of dragonflies are predatory both in nymphal and adult stage. In nymphal stage, they feed on great variety of aquatic life like crustacea, tadpoles, fishes. Adults feed on smaller insects while flying. Legs are modified into a basket to capture the prey. Size of the prey has some stimulatory effect. Example for dragonflies are Mesothemis, it is predaceous on tabanid flies. Aeshna leucorista is a general predator. Coryphaeshna ingens is predaceous on bees. Insect predators are neuropterans, which are otherwise called lacewings, antlions or aphidlions. Lacewings are a group of insects characterized by the feature which gives them their common name, a network of wing veins that gives the adult wings a lacy appearance. Green lacewings are the most common members of this group and they are found worldwide. The lacewing larvae are well developed legs and have sucking mouth parts. They prey on aphids and other soft bodied insects, sucking the body fluids. The larvae feed continuously for 2 weeks, then spin their cocoons, pupate and emerge 2 weeks later as adults. Family Chrysopidae, which includes green lacewings or aphidlions. They are best known predators because of modified mouth parts. They have bright colored body and are very beneficial to human beings. Adults are small, delicate with yellow wings. Eggs are attached hyaline with gelatinous stalk. The stalk is 3 to 4 mm in length. This protects the eggs from other predatory insects. The eggs of neuropterans on hatching give rise to Thyzaniform larva. Its head bears conspicuous double sickle-shaped mandibles, which are used to capture, puncture, pierce and suck body fluids of the prey. The young ones are greyish. Larvae after hatching remain on the corium for some time and later walk around and begin to search for food. Family Emerobidae or brown lacewings. Here the body is brown colored with yellow colored markings. Wings are pale yellow or hyaline and their activity is more during the evening hours. Females are attracted to the light. They occur in different situations and it is dependent on food availability. The food includes eggs, small soft-bodied insects and mites. Sometimes they feed on honeydew and nectar. Eggs are glued to the lower surface of the leaves either singly or in groups. They are white or pink in color. Larvae are similar to those of green lacewing and they feed on mites and mealybugs. This family Mantispidae, which includes mantis fly or mantispids. They resemble the praying mantid. Thorax is long, forelegs are long, which are adapted for grasping their food. Wings are long, leathery, held roof-like over the body. Prey consists of larger flies. They even eat other insects. Eggs are deposited usually on the stalks. Young larvae are slender. They are active. They become sluggish after feeding or after molting. Family Myrmeleontidae are antlions. The adult antlions rather look like damselflies or dragonflies, and although some species and smaller fly insects, most of them prefer to feed on pollen and nectar. Antlion larvae on the other hand are deadly insect predators. They have developed most amazing tricks to capture the prey. They live in sandy areas where they dig a funnel shaped pit, cleverly designed so that the insect can climb in, but it cannot climb out because of its steep walls. The antlion then buries itself at the bottom of the pit, and whenever an unfortunate insect, usually the ants, step on the edge of the pit, the sand collapses like a trapdoor and the victim falls into the arms of the antlion. And antlion, with the help of its deadly jaws, will suck the body fluids of the ant. The sixth order, which include predators, is Hemiptera, which are called true bugs. Despite their fearsome appearance and alarming name, water scorpions are actually insects belonging to true bug Hemiptera group, and they are harmless to humans. However, they are the scourge of small aquatic animals, which they capture with their strong modified forelegs. Water scorpions are sort of insect equivalent of a crocodile. They are slow moving, ambush their predators that snatch any small animal that comes close. Mostly they feed on aquatic insects such as mosquito larvae and diving beetles, but they are known to dine on small fish and frogs once in a while. Family Pentatomidae. The pentatomids are characterized by filiform antennae. They have slender beak. Some of them are predaceous on coleopteran grubs. Nymphs of some species are plant feeders in early stages. As age advances, they become carnivores. Example, Perillus bioaculatus, which is predaceous on grubs of Colorado potato beetle, a pest of potato. Family Miridae, which includes capsid or mirid bugs. They are small, elongate, fragile insects. They have 4-segmented rostrum and 3-segmented tarsi. Some species in this family are predaceous on small sawfly larvae. Example, Certorhinus lividipennis is predaceous on plant hoppers, leaf hoppers, and used as a biocontrol agent for rice brown plant hopper. Family Cecidomyidae, which includes gall insects or gnats. Arachnocampa is a kind of gnat from New Zealand. It is an adult. Its only goal in life is to mate, and it does not feed at all. However, its larvae are accomplished predators with the most unusual hunting method, which gives the animal its name. Arachnocampa means spider worm. They usually live in the ceilings of dark secluded caves away from wind currents and sunlight. The larvae spin a nest of silk produced by themselves and hang several silk threads from the cave ceiling around the nest. Each one of these threads is covered by a sticky droplet of mucus, sometimes loaded with venom. The Arachnocampa larvae can glow like a firefly, which attracts flying insects such as moths to the sticky threads, and they meet their horrible end. Once the unfortunate insect is caught, the larva tones down its glow, pulls the silk thread up and starts feeding voraciously on the entangled prey, whether it is alive or dead. The fourth family of hemipterans is Anthocoridae. They live or hide in the flowers. Many are predaceous on small insects, mites and insect eggs. Family Nabidae, which includes damsel bugs. They are found on very small vegetation like grasses, bushes, etc. They feed on small inactive insects and insect eggs. Example, Nabis rosipennis, which is predaceous on the eggs. Family Reduidae. They are called assassin bugs or kissing bugs. This is a large family having wide range of insect forms. Rostrum is 3-segmented, antenna is filiform. They are attractive to a wide range of insects like aphids, leafhoppers, caterpillars, etc. Isindus eros is an example of a reduid bug which is predaceous on mango leafhoppers. Family Lygeidae, these are small sized insects, feed on insect eggs and mites. Very rarely they feed on larvae and pupae. Example Geocoris punctipes, which is predaceous on insect eggs. The order Coleoptera, which also includes predatory groups. Coleoptera includes beetles and weevils. They are found in terrestrial habitats, few are aquatic. Many feed on decaying plant and animal matter. Forewings are modified into Orni elytra, which almost meet to form a straight mid-dorsal suture. In some cases, forewings are soldered together, especially in ground beetles. They are folded beneath the elytra. Prothorax is large and mobile, mesothorax is reduced. Metamorphosis is complete. Larvae of coleopterans are campodiform. Hypermetamorphosis is seen, especially in blister beetles, wherein more than one larval form is found. Our family Carabidae are ground beetles. This is a larger family which occurs in soil, under stones, under bark or wood. Elytra is soldered or fused together. Hindwings are often atrophied or non-functional. In many species of ground beetles, legs are slender, adapted for running to chase the prey. In some cases, legs are fossorial, that is for digging purpose. Majority are carnivores, both in their larval and adult stages. They mostly feed on insects, arthropods, snails, earthworms, eggs of mosquitoes and scarabaeid beetles. Example is Anthea sexcutata, Calosoma psychopanta, Libya species and Avpalus species. This family is Isindelidae, which includes tiger beetles. Tiger beetles also run at speeds of nearly 8 km per hour, and if we take its size into account, it is actually the fastest animal in the world. If we can run as fast as the tiger beetle proportionately to our size, we could reach speeds of almost 500 km per hour. This speed is so extreme that a running tiger beetle must stop constantly to locate prey, since its eyes are unable to process visual information and at such high speeds. Tiger beetles usually feed on whatever small animals they can subdue. They hunt mostly on the land, but they also are skilled flyers and have been known to catch other insects in the air also. Example is Cicindella sexpunctata, which is having 6 spots on the elytra. They are predaceous on Gandhi bug, which is a serious pest of rice crop. The family Coccinellidae, which includes ladybird beetles. This is one of the most helpful groups of coleopterans, and they are friendliest towards man because they feed voraciously on many soft bodied insects. Adults are round, brightly colored and spotted, and it possesses one of the most appealing appearances in the insect world. Both larval and adult ladybugs feed on aphids, scales and mites. Although several species of ladybugs include Mexican bean beetle are very destructive to plants, for the most part of this group of insects is beneficial to horticulture and agriculture. The beetles are moderate in size, body is convex, head is concealed in pronotum of first thoracic segment. In all the 3 pairs of legs, 4 tarsal segments are found. Third tarsal segment is concealed in a weakly bilobed second segment. Last segment of maxilla is sickle shaped to catch the prey. Body is red or yellow with black bands or black body, with colored spots or patches. With very few exceptions, almost all species are predaceous, both in adult and larval stage, feeding on aphids, mealybugs, whiteflies. Some are predaceous on phytophagous insects. Few species are predaceous on Lepidopteran larvae. Larvae run around the prey. They have spots or bands on the body, so they are ugly looking, whereas adults are very beautiful. They are very active on the vegetation and congregate at the vicinity of the food where mating and oviposition occurs. Most species oviposit in groups of 5 to 100 eggs, which hatch in 3 to 10 days. Larvae complete their stages in 3 to 4 weeks. Pupation occurs on plants. Adults emerge in about 2 weeks. This order Diptera or flies. These are highly specialized groups. Adults are diurnal, found flying or hovering on flowers. Because some are nectar feeders, some fly near decaying organic matter. However, few are blood sucking like mosquitoes. The first family under Diptera, which includes predators, is Culicidae, that is mosquitoes. They are worldwide in distribution. They are predaceous on mosquito larvae. Example, Toxorhynchitis innovatus was introduced into Hawaii in 1929 and into Fiji Islands in 1933 as a biocontrol agents. But some of the requirements for use of mosquitoes as a biocontrol agent is adults should not be blood feeding ones. They should not carry disease causing pathogenic organisms. The next family under Diptera is family Cecidomyidae, which includes gall midges or gnats. They are also minute delicate flies. Bodies and wings are clothed with hairs. Antenna is long with a whorl of hairs on each segment. Larvae are predaceous on aphids, coccids and alerodids or mites. Gallfly larvae are sluggish, slow moving and they prefer insects which are gregarious. Ephidoletus meridionalis is a gallmidge which is predaceous on aphids. This family Bombylidae, which includes bee flies, they are having a long projecting proboscis. They are moderate to large sized, body is covered with bristles and pubescence. Legs are long and slender. Larvae are predaceous on eggs of the grasshoppers. The flies oviposit in the cracks and crevices of loose soil or on the egg pods of grasshoppers. Family Acelidae, that is another group under Diptera, which includes robber flies. They are also similar to house flies, but robber flies feed on decaying organic matter and other filthy material. And this is pretty much harmless to other insects. However, there are around 1,20,000 species of flies in the world. Many are yet to be discovered and some of them are accomplished predators. Robber flies are among these and they are having extremely sharp eyesight and can fly at high speeds, catching their other insects in the mid-air. They have stabbing mouthparts or proboscis, which is injecting a powerful neurotoxic venom and digestive juices into the victim, liquefying its inner contents, which the fly sucks and feeds afterwards. Due to this formidable weapon, the robber fly's devastating attack speed, even bees and wasps or spiders are killed by this insect. The order Hymenoptera, which includes ants, bees and wasps. Most of them are parasitoids. Our predators are also found in 3 families, that is Formicidae, Vespidae and in Specidae. Wings are of 2 pairs which are membranous. Wing venation is reduced and wing coupling is well developed in Hymenoptera. Mouthparts are adapted for biting and often for lapping and sucking. Basal part of abdomen is constricted to form a typical wasp waist. Ovipositor is well developed for sawing, piercing or stinging. Family Formicidae, which include ants. They are found in almost all places. They are eusocial insects. African species of Saifu ant is also known as driver. Safari or army ant is the only insect known to attack and devour human beings. Although this happens only very rarely, Saifu ants have very large, sharp jaws and venomous stings, which they use to subdue the small animals such as lizards, worms or other insects. The next family under Hymenoptera is family Vespidae, which includes wasps. They are known as tiger hornets. In some parts of Asia, their large wasps are relentless hunters. They kill any insect that they can capture, including other predators such as praying mantids. They are armed with an incredibly potent weapon, that is the venom, and they inject great amounts of it. Like other wasps, they can sting repeatedly. This venom is strong enough to cause serious illness and even death to human beings. Indeed, they are the most dangerous wild animals in Japan, killing around 40 people per year, more than venomous snakes and bears combined. But the Japanese hornet uses its sting as a defensive weapon only to kill the prey. It uses its sharp jaws to decapitate the victim and cut its body into small pieces. It then carries the carcass of the small insect back to the nest, where it chews the dead insect into a soft paste which will be fed to the larva. The third family under Hymenoptera, which includes predators, is family Specidae, otherwise called as digger or specid wasp. They are commonly found in summer. They burrow tunnels in the soil and store their prey. The prey includes crickets, grasshoppers, flies, spiders, etc. The ninth order, which includes predaceous forms, are order Lepidoptera, which includes moths and butterflies. Majority are crop pests under Lepidoptera, but only few families have predatory groups. Two pairs of well-developed wings are found and scales are found all over the body and the appendages. Lepidopteran mandibles are vestigial in adults with tubular proboscis adapted for feeding on flower nectar. Larvae of Lepidoptera are erosiform, pupae are obtect, generally enclosed in their cocoons. They prey on leafhoppers, planthoppers, mealybugs and scales. Family Epipyropidae under Lepidoptera, which include Epipyrops melanoleuca, is a very good biocontrol agent of sugarcane pyrilla bug, Pyrilla purpucella. Diaphora ephidivora and Micromus have given very good control of sugarcane woolly aphid in the command areas of southern Karnataka over the years. Coming to insect pollinators. So, pollination is simply defined as transfer of pollen from anther of a flower to the stigma. If successful, pollination gives rise to seeds, fruits and the next generation of plants. Bees typically are fuzzy and carry an electrostatic charge, and bees are having various adaptations to cause or bring about pollination. So, both these features help the pollen grains to adhere to their bodies, by which these specialized pollen carrying structures help in transferring of the pollen from anther to the stigma of flowers. This process brings about the cross pollination. Subsequently, pollination leads to fertilization and formation of fruit or seed set. In most of the bees, there are specialized pollen carrying structures. So, these structures have taken the shape of a scopa, which is present on the hind legs of the most bees, and in some cases they are present on the lower abdomen, example in megachilid bees. This region is made up of thick plumose setae. Honeybees, bumblebees and their relatives do not have a scopa, but the hind legs is modified into a structure called as corbicula, also known as pollen basket. Most bees gather nectar, a concentrated energy source, and pollen, which is highly proteinaceous food, to nurture or take care of their young ones, and inadvertently they transfer some of the pollen among the flowers as they are working. Example, the euglossine bees which pollinate orchids, but these are male bees collecting floral scents rather than females gathering nectar or pollen. Female orchid bees act as pollinators, but of flowers other than orchids. Eusocial bees such as honeybees need an abundant and steady pollen source to multiply. Honeybees travel from flower to flower collecting nectar, which is later converted to honey and pollen grains. The bee collects the pollen by rubbing against the anthers. The pollen collects on the hind legs of the bees in a structure referred to as pollen basket. As the bee flies from flower to flower, some of the pollen grains are transferred onto the stigma of other flowers. The nectar provides the energy for bee nutrition. Pollen provides the protein source. When bees are rearing large quantities of broods, the beekeepers say hives are the building. The bees deliberately gather pollen to meet the nutritional needs of the brood. Good pollination management seeks to have bees in a building state, that is hive, during the bloom period of the crop, thus requiring them to gather pollen and making them more efficient pollinators. Thus, the management techniques of a beekeeper providing pollination services are different from and to an extent in the tension with those of a beekeeper who is trying to produce honey. Millions of hives of honeybees are contracted out as pollinators by beekeepers, and honeybees are far by the most important commercial pollinating agents. But many other kinds of pollinators from the blue bottle flies to bumblebees, orchard mason bees and leafcutter bees are cultured and sold for managed pollination in cropping systems. Other species of bees differ in various detail of their behavior and pollen gathering habits, and honeybees are not native to the Western Hemisphere. All pollination of native plants in the Americas historically has been performed by various native bees. Insects other than bees which are pollinators. Many insects other than bees accomplish pollination by visiting flowers for nectar or pollen, or commonly both. Many do so adventitiously, but the most important pollinators are specialists for at least parts of their life cycle for at least certain functions. For example, males of many species of Hymenoptera, including many hunting wasps, rely on free flowering plants as sources of energy in the form of nectar and also as territories for meeting fertile females that visit the flowers. Prominent examples are predatory wasps, especially Specidae, Vespidae and Pompilidae. The term pollen wasp in particular is widely applied to the Massarinae, a subfamily of Vespidae. They are remarkable among solitary wasps in that they specialized in gathering pollen for feeding their larvae and carried internally and regurgitated into a mud chamber prior to oviposition. Many bee flies and some Tabanidae and Nemestinidae are particularly adapted to pollinating fynbos and karu plants with narrow deep corolla tubes such as Lepirosia species. Parts of their adaptation take the form of remarkably long proboscis. Lepidoptera, that is butterflies and moths, also pollinate plants to various degrees. They are not major pollinators of food crops, but various moths are important pollinators of other commercial crops such as tobacco. Pollination by certain moths may be important, however, or even crucial for some wildflowers mutually adapted to specialist pollinators. Spectacular examples include orchids such as Angraecum sesquipedale, which is dependent on a particular auk moth, that is Morgan's sphinx moth. Yucca plant species provide other examples, being fertilized in elaborate ecological interactions with particular species of yucca moths. Beetles of the species that specialize in eating pollen, nectar or flower themselves are important crop pollinators of some plants such as members of Araceae and Zamiaceae that produce prodigious amounts of pollen. Various midges and thrips are also comparatively minor opportunist pollinators. Ants also pollinate some kind of flowers, but for the most part they are parasites, robbing nectar without conveying useful amounts of pollen to the stigma. Whole groups of plants such as certain fynbos, Morea and Erica species produce flowers on the sticky peduncles or with sticky corolla tubes that only permit access to flying pollinators, whether it could be a bird, bat or an insect. Overflies are important pollinators of flowering plants. Often overflies are considered to be the second most important pollinators after wild bees. Although overflies are generally considered to be non-selective pollinators, some species have more specialized relationships. The orchid species Epipactis ovaritrifolia mimics alarm pheromone of aphids to attract overflies for pollination. Another plant, the slipper orchid in southwest China, also achieves pollination by deceit by exploiting the innate yellow color preference of the syrphid fly. Some male Bactrocera fruit flies are exclusive pollinators of some wild bulbophyllum orchids that lack nectar and have a specific chemical attractant and reward, that is methyl eugenol or raspberry ketone or gingerone, which is present in their floral fragrances. The decline in pollinator populations and conservation. Pollinators provide a key ecosystem service vital to the maintenance of both wild and agricultural plant communities. In 1999, the Convention on Biological Diversity issued the Sao Paulo Declaration on Pollinators, recognizing the critical role that these species play in supporting and maintaining terrestrial productivity as well as survival challenges they face due to anthropogenic change. Today, pollinators are considered to be in a state of decline. Some species such as Franklin's bumblebee, Bombus franklini, have been red listed and are in danger of extinction. Although managed beehives are increasing worldwide, these cannot compensate for the loss of wild pollinators in many locations. Decline in health and population of pollinators poses what could be the significant threat to the integrity of biodiversity, to global food webs and to human health. At least 80% of our world's crop species require pollination to set seed. An estimated 1 out of every 3 bites of food comes to us through the work of animal pollinators. The quality of pollinator service has declined over time, and this has led to concerns that pollination will be less resistant to extinction in the future.